That is just, that's embarrassing. Did I find some cool Amazon kitchen gadgets? Yes, I did. Am I excited to try them? Yeah, I am. And is my kitchen a little bit dark today? Yeah, it is. But we do have a backsplash, so that's exciting. Just gotta put the lights back up. So if you see wires, you don't. We're gonna test products and some ambiance today. Today's video is sponsored by KiwiCo, and if you don't know, I love KiwiCo, and I have been waiting to tell you guys about this new thing that they're doing over the summer. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. And it's the KiwiCo Summer Adventure Series, and they're doing these like themed expeditions. Ours is super science, and they have different ones for different age groups, like a ton of variety. And each of those crates is filled with all of these different projects, all centered around that specific theme. All the materials, instructions, everything that you need to complete the projects, but also they have this really cute magazine that has comics and information on that specific theme and how it works. You have access to this library that's filled with videos, DIYs, printouts, tons of information. You can choose when you start, when you get your first crate, and from there you can either get them all at once or you can get them one every week for 6 weeks. The crates have, within those crates, like 3 or 4 different activities. It is so full. So what we've been doing is each kid gets to be the project manager. It gives them a chance to learn how to be a leader, but also a chance on how to work as a team. And oh my goodness, they have blown me away with not only the information that they're just throwing at me that they've learned about hydraulics, but the demonstration of why it works and how it works. And they were so enthusiastic and proud of themselves. And so that is why I think this entire project has been unbelievable. I love the idea behind this. I think this is a fantastic way to get your kids off of, you know, electronics and out of the—
I'm bored, I don't know what to do.
Because I don't need that negativity in my life. I cannot recommend this more highly. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I have a coupon code for $20 off. Click the link down below. It's RachhLovesLife. I hope you guys enjoy them as much as I do. I know my kids are looking forward to opening the rest of them. I wouldn't let them open them all at once. Like, I gotta save some of those for summer. Big thanks to KiwiCo for sponsoring this video, and now let's dive into some Amazon Most Wished For. And we're gonna start with something that I hadn't seen before on the Most Wished For list, and that is a cake mix. And not just any cake mix, this is Duncan Hines and Dolly Parton. And so I actually had to look it up. I'm like, is this new? Like, how have I missed this? And it is new. It's a collaboration that they've done on all of these different Southern inspired cakes and muffins. There's frostings, like a ton of different stuff. And so this one popped up and it's a Southern style banana cake. And I have never made banana cake before, so, you know, I'm kind of excited. And what intrigued me more is that they have like a very specific recipe on the back that is a lot more involved than just making the cake itself. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make her favorite banana pudding cake. I don't have the accent to really make pudding sound authentic, but I opened it because it calls for a vanilla or banana instant pudding mix. And then I couldn't see anywhere if that was included in this or not. It's not. It's just cake. It's a cake mix. So you have to get all this other stuff if you actually want to make her cake. So just wanted to point that out. So we're gonna start by preheating the oven. Good place to start. Oh, my leg. You know, you've been sitting weird on your leg and it just like gives out on you. Is that just old age? Okay, that's gonna do its thing. Now we need to blend with an electric mixer. A specified electric mixer. All right, I don't think it really matters, but I'm gonna do that. Cake mix goes in. Smells banana-y. Cup of milk. Oh, so close. 4 eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you know, you know. Sesame Street for life. I need a 1/2 cup of melted butter. And now I have to go to the basement to melt this. I do have a microwave, it's just down there. I don't use it enough to justify it being up here. Can you watch this cake and just make sure it doesn't do anything? I'll be right back. Boo! Okay, she's melted. Now what else do I need? Oh yeah, 3 tablespoons of pudding mix. I have French vanilla, so that's what we're gonna do. 1, 2, 3. Now she specified, or I guess Duncan Hines specified how to blend this. So I'm gonna try and stay true to that. Okay, now I'm gonna put in the butter. You wanna blend on low for 30 seconds to start. So we're gonna do that until just moistened. Okay, Now we need to blend on medium for 2 minutes. Now, I don't know if you know anything about cakes, but 2 minutes blending flour, that just feels like a recipe for a really bad, tough cake. So I'm gonna cut that down, but I will now mix on medium speed. Maybe for 30 seconds. That was 30 seconds, and that looks like a fully blended cake. I really don't wanna go more than that. And then we're gonna bake it in the oven for 24 to 28 minutes. 24 it is. Honestly, looking back on it, what I should have done is I should have gotten all the wet ingredients in first. That's what the instructions should have said. Do all the wet ingredients first, blend those up good, then add in the cake like mix just to combine. And you're not like over mixing the flour, I don't know. The instructions just feel wrong to me. All right, cakes, please be delicious. Okay, now let's dive into a product that I am very curious about. And it is these knife scissors. They call them, I keep calling them Knissors. I don't know why. It's technically Knissors, knife scissors, which basically allows you to cut up your food with scissors on a already prepared cutting board, miniature size. And if you're new here, and by the way, if you are new here, make sure you subscribe because I have a new challenge that we are going to beat Rach Loves in terms of subscribers. We work, you know, very hard on this channel, and I feel like Rach Loves needs some competition. Comment below if you're new, which leads me back to my original point, which is that I use scissors a lot when I'm cutting up food and things, especially for kids. If you haven't done that already, it's a great hack. Like you basically just stick it on their plate or in their bowl. Cutting up like spaghetti and stuff is just like game changer. Cutting up little bits or cutting up pizza, anything. I have a whole thing filled with these scissors over there for that specific purpose, the kitchen scissors. So naturally, I was intrigued by this as a product. So I have a bunch of things and we are going to chop them and see if it's easier. Starting with a cucumber. I mean, this is kind of a classic. I feel like this will be very easy. Takes a little bit of getting used to. It's not very fast, I'll tell you that. How do you make this go fast? I mean, it's doing it. It's just like, I could probably slice it faster. But I also got a carrot because, I don't know, let's see if it can handle a carrot. It can. Now this is not a massive carrot that is shooting it around. This is nuts. So I mean, like, I wouldn't do it with this. This isn't, you know what I would use it for? Pizza. Cutting up pizza into little strips for kids is just like, you need to do it. But I feel like, again, no. Because then I can't cut through it, you know? It has to be like little things in a row like a cucumber. It's very one note. Whereas with scissors, I would take it and then I would just cut it into, this is a bad example because like this is my pizza and I don't want to cut. It's mushroom and slices of mozzarella. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I don't even like mushrooms that much and I'm obsessed with this pizza. I mean, it doesn't look very appetizing now because it was in the fridge, but this is how I would do it, into like little bite-sized chunks and then they would consume it that way. You can't really do it with this thing. This is, again, it's cool, but like it's also not, you know? It's just not as versatile as using scissors and a knife. We don't need it, right? That's the point of testing this stuff. We need to know if we need it, and I feel like we don't need it. Now we're gonna go into something that I already own, so that's pretty exciting. Technically, this is a play couch for kids, but to be honest, I feel like everyone can use it. And if you know the world of play couches, you have probably heard of the Nugget Couch. That's the one I think that started it all. And there have been a ton of dupes that have like sprawled the internet because, in case you're new to play couches, basically you can make them into like all these different shapes and forms. So they fold, they have different like wedges and triangles and archways and all sorts of stuff, and you can build and create all these cool things. It's great for imaginative play for kids, but you can also build them into couches, or if you want your own fort, it's there. Who doesn't want that? So I have the Nugget Couch, but I also have what my kids got for Christmas, which is the Kiddie Couch. And the Kiddie Couch is an Amazon most wished for, and I saw that and I was like, brilliant. I can talk about this. I can speak to the experience of this. So let's go get those couches. Okay, I lugged all of them upstairs. So I'm gonna show you. This is a part of the Nugget Couch. You can see, if you are new, she opens. She can be used for forts. She could be used for like jumping off platforms, or if you have a whole bunch of them, you can stack them and then use another one for a slide. There's so many options. This set, so there's this one, this is the thick one, and then there's a thin one, and then two of these triangles right here, that was a gift from my in-laws for the kids when they were really small. This was years ago. Like, she was at the forefront of the Nugget Couch. And this thing has held up really well. Like, the foam isn't, you know, breaking down or anything like that. It's not getting weirdly squishy. It has a lot of durability to it, which I love. However, it's expensive. And one thing I'm going to make very clear is once you commit to a specific set, you should be just locked in. Just keep it to that one, and I'll explain why. So, again, Nugget Couch. Then I thought it would be fun to build on this. So I did my research. I looked into all of them. There are so many options. Everyone seems to love the option that they have picked. The one that I found, which was on the most wished for list, is the Kiddie Couch. Now, Kiddie Couch you can buy on its own. You can buy it from their store. It is very frequently sold out. This is the one that I got. I got it in this beautiful green, which I love the color of. And this thing is held up so incredibly well. I'll do like a side-by-side comparison, but I just want to show you. So this is the big open up one. I have seen so many cheap knockoffs of these. They've been on like Costco or on Amazon's website, and they look really thin. The foam isn't really dense because you want something that's like got some like heft to it, you know? You gotta be using it for walls. And this was a gift from my parents for the kids, and also fantastic quality. I am so impressed with the quality of these. However, what I have learned is that when you get a play couch, they are not going to be the same size. You can see difference in size. So that means when they're building off of these things and trying to use these as supports, it doesn't work. It doesn't work the same way. And they all are different sizes. I want to be clear. Like, some of them are more similar than others, but yeah, this is what we got. I personally like the thickness of the Nugget Couch one over this one, but this one's more like a pillar, I guess. It's taller, which I like. And then the thickness of the bigger pieces, just knocked over a vase. That's fine. For comparison purposes, you can see pretty similar. I'd say like the Kiddie Couch one is a little bit thicker, but again, pretty comparable. I really like the Kiddie Couch system. It's held up with so many children, trampling all over it, building, falling on it, sliding down it. So many different ways to play with it. So that one 100% gets a thumbs up from me. I will link all of them down below. They are awesome. Okay, now we can finally go back to the cake. Remember we did that? It just feels like forever ago. But we need to make the filling for it. So I have all of the rest of my vanilla pudding, which we are going to dump into this bowl. And to this, we are going to add in 1 cup of milk. I'm going to double check just to make sure. Is it 1 cup? Whisk in 1 cup of cold milk and let stand for a minute. So we're going to do a poor job of pouring this in and whisking it. Actually, you know what? I didn't do a poor job. It didn't go anywhere. It just went right in the bowl. Good for me. I'm going to give this a whisk so it's nice and combined, and then just let it sit for a minute. Okay, you sit over there, and we need to talk about the cakes for a minute. So I put them in at the lowest number, bare minimum number. And I was prepping other stuff, and I just let it be, because you should be able to do that with a cake, and you've set a time or two. They look a little overcooked, if I'm honest. I haven't tasted them, so I don't know for sure. They just look it. So, warning. It might be okay. I mean, it still feels nice and spongy. It just looks very dark on the outside. And you might be wondering, what have you done, Rachel? I've attempted to cut it so that we can layer them, because obviously the pudding is part of the layer. She's not gonna be a pretty cake, but maybe she'll be really delicious. So while that is doing its thing, now we're going to get into the buttercream. Okay, are you ready yet? Oh, you are ready, okay. Then we're gonna smooth it out. Oh no, don't leave, stay on here. Okay, now we need to put on some chopped banana. Oh, you know what? We're gonna use the Knissors, as I call them. I don't know what it is about Knissors. I don't know why I keep calling them that, but I do. And it also feels like it's in the same family as the word Gesundheit, and you can't tell me any different. Knissors and Gesundheit are the same thing. It said 12 pieces of banana, which was very specific. Why only 12? That's my question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That doesn't feel like a lot. Do you mean like slices like this? That's weird. Never thought about that before. Slicing a banana like that? I don't like it. I did also call for like vanilla wafer things. I couldn't find any, so we're just not doing that. That's all there is to it. Feels very banana-less, but okay. Yeah, look at that. Now the frosting, because we're still not done. It still requires an extra step. This one, we need to do whipping cream, which I have already done. And then we add 1/3 of a cup of like a frosting. She specifically calls for her buttercream frosting, but I couldn't find that. So we have another buttercream frosting by a competing brand. So I whipped up a cup of whipping cream. Then I'm going to dole out 1/3 of a cup. All right, we're gonna put it in there. I like when I just put it in there assuming the instructions and then look at it. Add buttercream frosting, mix on low speed for an additional 10 seconds until combined. Place onto the cake. Okay. That looks combined. And now we spread it on our cake. It's mostly just whipped cream and it mostly seems to sit on top of the cake. She does put like a little bit on the sides, it looks like from the packaging. So I'm just gonna take whatever's left over and kind of throw it on there. And technically I need to put banana and then the wafers around it, but I'm not gonna do that because I wanna taste it. And Christopher, do you wanna taste test a cake?
I do. I always do.
It's a cake, it's a banana cake and I did it, look at it, ta-da!
Looks nice.
This is, Dolly Parton did a collab with Duncan Hines.
Oh, fun.
And they made cakes, like a
Alright.
southern style. So this
Cool.
is a banana pudding cake. I'm gonna cut into it. I'm not gonna cut into it with this thing. That's not for cutting, Rachel. I know I have a device for cutting things, but
I have that technology.
look at I helped.
You got the line perfect.
I got the line perfect. Ooh, so
Those look
cakey.
nice. What's in the middle there? Some sort of custard?
It's like a pudding. It's vanilla pudding and then banana.
But that's good.
Oh, I think it's gonna be good.
I think for a long time I had an aversion to bananas and banana flavored things in particular because of penicillin.
The banana medicine.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I didn't know it was penicillin. That was
Banana
I just
medicine.
banana
Yeah.
medicine.
Yeah, maybe it was amoxicillin. I'm not really sure.
Banana medicine. Cheers. I don't think I overcooked the cake.
No, it's moist, delicious, really good. I like that.
I'm pretty proud of myself.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah, they did a good job with
I
it.
think my only note, I would want a thicker, more substantial frosting. I think cream cheese, but that's usually my go-to, so maybe it's not perfect, but
Cream
like,
cheese with banana?
yeah, why not?
I don't know how I feel about that.
I just feel like the whipped cream gets a bit lost.
I think it needs more whipped cream, is what I'm telling myself.
Could
If
be
I did- If I did more, it would be good.
It's really tasty. I
That's
like that.
really tasty. It is good. There are some steps. That was quite tasty. Okay, now moving on to one of the cutest things that I've been testing. And I'm sure you've heard of mug cakes before, where you can do like an individual little mug, put it in the microwave, puffs up. I did a whole video on it. But have you heard of an individual ice cream maker? Yeah, so this is by Dash. I've tried a bunch of stuff from them and I don't know why I keep doing it because I've never been impressed. But this one will be different. And so I have here the beginnings of a vanilla ice cream recipe. So this is the whole egg yolk thing. I needed it to cool. Did that all in advance. And I have 2 different recipes that we're gonna try because I have 2 different mugs and we're gonna see how it does. So all I need to add now is just the heavy cream. This is 1/3 of a cup and like a dash of vanilla. The ice cream cups themselves have been kind of cooling in the freezer downstairs for 24 hours, as per the instructions. And now we must get it and see if we can make ice cream. This thing is straight out of the freezer and it says you have about 20 minutes to make this thing before you need to stick it back in the freezer again. So we gotta be quick. Pour the mixture through and run for 15 to 20 minutes. Got it. I can do that. 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, I'm moving this somewhere else. We will check back with you. All right, people, you wanna see what happened to this ice cream maker? I put it out in the garage. I thought I'm gonna give it a fighting chance. It was snowing today, it's cold out there. It has been going and going and going and going. What is this? It stirred the mixture that I made. Real good. So good at stirring. Ice cream? I would not say a firm yes on that one. That is just, that's embarrassing. What is that? Every time I see a Dash product, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be so good this time. And it never is. What am I gonna do with that? Obviously what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this back in the freezer to like firm up a bit because I mean, it's still ice cream, but like, Come on. Ugh. Don't worry though, because I actually made another one and it's in the fridge. So it's slightly different ingredients. It uses more condensed milk and stuff. I might as well talk about that while I stick this in the freezer. All right, we're gonna do this rapid fire, everyone. Just literally took this out of the freezer. Should be raring to go. And the thing that I'm making is a Rocky Road version. And I put together all of the ingredients in advance. It had sweetened condensed milk and cocoa powder. So I had that on the stove cooking for about 5 minutes. And then once that cooled down a bit, I added in some heavy cream. Is it light cream? I don't know what they call it. It's like half and half. A little bit of vanilla. And then this is gonna go while I clean the kitchen, which, I mean, it doesn't look like it from here, but I promise you is a disaster. Every time we film recipe videos, there's always dishes everywhere. Now, right off the bat, I will say that this isn't the most well mixed that I have ever done. I whisked it for a long time. I let it cool, but not too much. So I don't know. Maybe this one will be different, she said, lying to herself. See you in about 15. All right, it's been 10 minutes. It's still pretty soupy, but it says now you can add in like toppings if you want. So because this is supposed to be Rocky Road, I don't know if I said that, but it is. I'm gonna add in some marshmallows into the little add in some marshmallows. I said stuff them in there, I guess. And then because I can't have pecans or whatever, I chose chocolate checks, which is elite cereal. Unbelievably good. I don't know what it's gonna do with that, but we'll find out. I feel like this is just gonna keep doing its thing here, and then I'm gonna have to freeze it in order to get ice cream. So no, all day no. I'm so disappointed because it's such a good idea. Someone do it better. Please. While that's over there continuing to annoy me, we're gonna talk about another home product. I mean, I came across this and I thought that this was a good idea because it's something that I already do. And that is listening something to fall asleep. I don't know if you know this, but I'm very extra about my sleep. The things that I do in order to have a good night's sleep are like 4 levels after next level. It's a problem. I really like to listen to comedians right before I fall asleep. Just things that I know that I've seen 100 times. I'll just kind of play them on repeat. And I just use like a little earbud headphone type thing. I know Chris has like a mask that has the sound in it, but it has a bubble around it so your eyes can be open, and I can't have that. My eyes need to be closed by fabric. So I got this thing, which is like a speaker that you put under your pillow. So you are the only one who can hear it, but then I can just roll around and have to like put the headphone in the other ear, you know? But when I got it, I have to say I was very confused because when I turned it over, it said bone conduction. And I didn't know what that meant. I figured it out though, so that's good. So it's very slim. And then you just power on, I assume. Maybe you have to charge it first. I don't know. Let's see. Are you ice cream yet? You look about the same. Cool. So glad we're doing this. Long press the power button. The middle button is the on off, okay? Enter Bluetooth when it's turned on. Okay, so now I have to connect it to my phone. Found team. And because I can't play music on this, I'm going to play one of my videos, which is not what I listen to when I go to sleep. But I have heard some people doing that. It's a great strategy. I think I hear it. Hold on. Shush. That's wild. Can you hear it now? I'm putting it right up to the mic, so you should be able to hear it. But now you can't really hear it. Okay. Ooh, good, nice. You can pause it just by pressing it once and then unpause it. Okay, that's good to know. It's slim enough, so I think that it's going to be fine underneath a pillow. But I will report back. Okay, update on the speaker thing. So I tried it last night, and I don't know if you remember the old school Charlie Brown when an adult talked and it was like, yeah, that's what that was. That's all I could hear. I turned it up and then it just sounded like louder, muffled talking. So no, doesn't actually work. Didn't like it, will be returning. I was really hoping for that one. Let me know in the comments which of the products was your favorite and if you have any of them on your wish list or what products you do have. I will link everything down below, as well as a big thank you to KiwiCo for sponsoring today's video. You can go and check out the link down below with a $20 off coupon code of RachhLovesLife. I hope you guys love them as much as I do. I am very excited about this summer adventure series. It's gonna be so good. Check out these videos on the side in case you have missed any, or if you're new here, make sure you subscribe because we are going to beat RachhLoves. I just don't see why we can't. We deserve it. We earned it. I hope you guys are having an absolutely incredible day, and I will see you guys all in the next one.